Sameer Jasuja, CEO and founder of Prop Equity, is with me here in the studio to take all your questions. Sameer, thank you very much for joining me. And let's begin with our first caller. Sandeep Shetty is on the phone line. Hi, Sandeep. Go ahead. Spell out your requirements.
Hi. Thanks for taking my question. I was actually looking out for a row house property in Bangalore. I come across this project by Good Earth Developers. The project name is called Mallar. It's on Mysore Road, Kengeri. I wanted to know a few things. One, how is the cost compared to other projects in the locality? Two, how is the developer, do they deliver on time? Three, how is the future growth prospect for this area?
All right. The project sounds extremely interesting. Good Earth Malhar. You know, just a name is very, very nice. What do you think?
It's one of its kind project in this area.
Yes.
It is designed based on the concept of an eco-village with the focus of protecting and promoting biodiversity, which is quite unheard of with respect to India.
There is one in Pune. I do know of one, and I believe in Bangalore maybe it's first of its kind.
We've got another project which is on similar lines that he may want to buy if he wants to go ahead with the project which is about experiencing living rather than just living for the sake of living, you know, that's what they call it. And distance from the city and high cost of maintenance are issues with respect to these projects. That's one thing that you need to really keep in mind. Kengeri is a suburb in Mysore Road in southwest Bangalore where this project lies. It has got good social infrastructure. But one thing you need to keep in mind is that the projects which are condos over here have appreciated much more. There have been about 21% appreciation over the last 2.5 years, whereas villa projects or independent home projects over here have not appreciated that well. And I'll come to the key data points and share the reason why with you. If you look at the key data points over here, very limited projects which are similar to what you're looking for. Kengeri only one, Yelahanka has got about 8 odd projects, but again, we're not talking about promoting biodiversity and all that over here, just villa projects. Total supply, Kengeri 214 units, Yelahanka 539 units. Inventory overhang in Kengeri is quite low, 5 odd months. Yelahanka is quite high, 35 odd months, so it's going to be an area of concern going forward. This is with respect to villa projects only, and that's why appreciation has been very low. And I said that before. Kengeri weighted average price is 4241 rupees a square feet for the luxury segment of villas. Yelahanka is 5991 rupees a square feet. As I was mentioning, price appreciation is only 7% over the last 2.5 years or 2.9% on a compounded annualized basis. The Good Earth Manor project land cost is 1800 rupees a square feet and construction cost is 2000 rupees a square feet, totaling to about 3800 rupees a square feet. Completion date is 2014. And the other project that you may want to consider is BCIL Z Earth by BCIL. This is Yelahanka Dodlapur Road, 4800 rupees a square feet is the project price. 2014 is the completion year, and this is available from the developer.
I'm just so surprised to look at that price trend. I mean, there's such a phenomenal difference. 7% over 2.5 years for villa projects versus apartments.
21%.
Which have gone up about 21 to 24% depending on whether you're in the mid-market or upper-end market.
It does happen that, you know, sometimes developers end up pricing projects of villas at a much higher rate. And that's why you don't end up seeing too much appreciation.
Scope of appreciation is not that much. And there's not so much affordability. I think a lot of people also prefer to stay in apartments. But then, Sandeep, living is pretty much a personal decision. This is for your end living, so the project gets a thumbs up. I'm going to talk about one that we've recommended, that's BCIL Z Earth. Just flash all the details. It's in Yelahanka, 4,800 is the cost, and of course the other one, which is your own preference, which is Good Earth Malhar. For everybody who's watching this show, this is a project in Kengeri which has been shortlisted by the viewer. This also gets a thumbs up. It's of course a villa living once again, and a very different kind of living. So if it's for end use, go ahead and take a look at this as well. Tarun Gupta joins us on the phone. Hi Tarun, welcome to the show. Go ahead. How can we help you?
Hi Arisha, hi Sameer. Am I audible?
Yes, absolutely. Clear.
Okay, yeah. I know a lot of people would have told you, but once again your show is fabulous and my entire family follows it regularly.
Thank you.
My query is, I'm looking for ready-to-move-in property in Noida with a budget of 2 to 2.5 crore, slightly higher side. And the intention is property appreciation and good rental income. The reason is we have individual house in Sector 50 at Noida, which is worth around 2.5 crores today. Only one floor is constructed and it's giving us a rent of only 15K. So our thought process is if we shift to an apartment, we might get 70 to 75K. I'm currently residing in Gurgaon, one apartment in Gurgaon. Hope Samir would be aware of this project. And I'm looking for a similar project in Noida. So that's my query.
All right. You know, in Noida, you'd written into us saying you're expecting, if you want to invest 2.5 crores, you would like a 65 to 70,000 rental income every month, which is a rental yield of about 3.5%, which according to me should be possible. It's not that higher expectation. But in Noida market, do you think it will happen, Samir?
See, the Noida rental yields are between 18 to 19 rupees a square feet, for which, you know, you will have to buy an apartment size of 3,600 square feet in the luxury segment, which is much higher than the current budget. So you're absolutely right. The rental yields in Noida are much lower than that of Gurgaon.
So 1.5 to 2 probably.
Yeah, it would
not
be 1.5 to 2%, and it does end up happening because the people working in Noida don't get such high salaries that they can afford to pay such heavy rentals. It's a middle income group of, I would say, the NCR or above middle class, and they rather buy a property over there and pay EMIs and pay rentals of 65 to 70,000 rupees, and the supply is much higher than the demand with respect to luxury properties over here. Having said that, this is a luxury market, and we've witnessed in Noida that luxury market is being, the people who are participating in the luxury market in Noida are more end users than investors. We don't see too much scope of heavy appreciation in Noida with respect to the luxury segment. It will grow, it will do well, but it's not going to be at euphoric levels that have been witnessed in Gurgaon as such. We'll come back to key data points of Noida with respect to the luxury market. This is stretch 2 of the expressway where we are recommending you because you want ready projects as well. So pricing of ready projects is much higher. The sector 93, 93A, 93B, 129 to 137. 8 odd projects, limited supply, 1588 units only. Inventory overhang is 7 odd months. If you were to look at the other stretch, which is a much better stretch, which is very livable, is sector 34 to sector 50, 51, 52 and 61. There are only 4 projects over here and 787 odd units, and availability is only of 5 odd units. The weighted average price of the first stretch 2 of the expressway is 7291 rupees a square feet for the luxury segment, and sector 34, 50 to 52 and 61 is 7303 rupees a square feet. Price appreciation trends similar, 31% for the Noida expressway stretch and 35% for sectors near the metro area, which is the sector 34 and around. Here you look at the annualized return is about 10 to 12%. Recommendations from our side: Utopia, Olympiac by Eldeco Infrastructure, sector 93A, 7800 rupees a square feet. 2012 is the completion year, and this is available from the resale market.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.